Hello, and welcome to this segment of DiabloSpot. Today, I'm going to be talking about the loot system and equipment in Diablo 3. So first off, the loot system. How's it set up? Well, I'm sure many of you know that it's set up like if there are multiple players in the game and a boss is killed, then each player will get a set amount of loot from the boss. No one will be able to pick up this loot. It is specified towards one player, not towards what the player is playing as, but just that loot. The player will get a percentage of the loot. What this means is that no one else will be able to pick it up, as I said. Also, it means that if that person wants to give an item to someone else, either they'll have to trade it to them, or they'll have to pick up that item and drop it again. I'm curious to see how this will work, because let's say you're playing with a buddy, and you kill something and it drops an item. Well, it might get annoying after a while to actually have to pick up that item and then drop it again for someone else to pick it up. Maybe they should add a time limit to how long that player has. You could almost call it like they own that item for a bit, and then they stop owning it, and anyone can now pick it up if it's on the ground. Should be interesting to see how they set that up. I'm not too sure if this loot system is applied to all enemies or just specifically bosses. There's also the question of, does it apply to specifically when people are on teams, or does it apply to all players in the game? And if it applies to all players, there's also the question of when a level 1 and a level 30 player are playing in the same game. Now, if this level 30 character kills like a Act 2 or Act 3 boss, does it drop equipment or loot for this level 1 character? Obviously, the level 30 character would never know, but it would be a waste because the level 1 character would never be able to pick it up, more than likely, in that game. These are just a few things that I have worries about this loot system. We'll see how it turns out. So now we're going to move on to the equipment, and one thing that we know about the equipment is that, or that I'm sure many people know, is that last year they had Blizzard had a contest for naming unique items in Diablo 3. So we know there's going to be unique items in the game, but also more than likely there's going to be rares, there's going to be magical, and there's going to be vanilla items. There's not much I could say except for the fact that the vanilla items probably will be the normal items as usual. The blue items or the magical items will be just above vanilla, and the rare items will be just above magical, and the unique items will be all across the board. Some will be absolutely badass, others will be different or odd, maybe even joke weapons, you could say. I'm not too sure if there will be anything else implemented. I'm curious to see if crafted items will come back. Will we get something like the Heraldric Cube in Diablo 3? Will we be able to craft stuff? I'm sure that something like that will be implemented. Maybe that's one of the things that hasn't been, one of the systems that hasn't been mentioned yet for Diablo 3. Other than that, there's not much that I know about the loot system and the equipment in Diablo 3. So this is the end of this DiabloSpot video. I'm Halogen, and I thank you for watching.